Hey everyone, it's Frosty, and today I have a Zerg versus Terran battle for you guys to watch. So just a big thanks for all the comments that you guys left on that last video. Pretty much what the big important things that I got out of that is definitely to scout. You know, even though it's a Zerg versus Zerg, you could still have a hidden base. So scout, it only takes one Zergling, right? And to make more drones. Even though I had the advantage, I should have kept pumping out drones, because if at one point I didn't have the advantage, then he actually would have been ahead. So enjoy the rest of this video, and I'll see you guys later.
Hey everyone, it's Frosty, and today I have a Zerg versus Terran battle for you guys to watch. And the red Terran player is Ova Easy, and me is the blue Zerg player. So I'm just gonna say good luck, have fun, and it's always nice when they say, yeah, you too back. So this game's going to be a little longer, so hopefully I'm not going to be putting it in two parts. Hopefully we can get through it pretty quickly, but we'll see. And we can see that he's just putting up his first supply depot, going to be choking his base right there, and it looks like I'm going to be getting up there in time, though, before he actually finishes choking it. So it looks like he's going to be putting down his barracks, and I'm just going to be circling around, because I don't really have much else to do. So over here we can see that I've now just put down my spawning pool, and I'm just pretty much using lots of drones. Droning up, gotta get a lot of minerals, because I know that I've been pretty bad on getting minerals sometimes, and I always put a overlord here and one here, so that I can see if he ever runs down to the base, I can kind of monitor, I can know that he's down there, and I know when he comes back up. But as an SCV, he doesn't really have much to do. He could put like a supply depot there to block me from expanding, but that's about it. So he's now finally choked. He put another supply depot on the other side, and we can see that he's actually got 2 gas going. And right before I died in that scout, I actually saw that second gas. So the first thing that went through my mind is Banshees, and it looks like he's actually going to be going for a factory. And here's my second hatchery at my natural going up very quickly. And my queen is up and injecting larvae, and I'm getting both gas as well, because I assume that he's probably going to be going for some banshees. And then I have got an evolution chamber just to put up some spore crawlers in case he does a big rush on the banshees. You can see now he's actually getting a starport and a tech lab, so he might actually switch those two over. It's pretty common that oh yep, there we go. So that starport will be receiving a tech lab soon, and there goes an actual another starport, and he's actually going to put a tech lab on the factory as well. So, or actually he's probably not going to put the tech lab on the factory, he's actually going to move it over again and put that starport on that tech lab. But maybe it's a reactor now? Yes, he's putting a reactor on that factory. And looking at harvesters, I'm actually a little bit ahead right now. But in production, he's actually got 2 banshees on the way. And I actually have a lair forming soon. And I got 2 queens because I guessed he was going to be doing banshees, but he actually hasn't attacked yet. And here you can see there are my 2 spore crawlers up, getting ready for any kind of attack from those banshees. But I didn't put anything down here because I just felt pretty safe about it. And we can see here he's actually going to be putting a reactor on that barrack. So he is just moving this factory around everywhere, just pretty much using it for tech labs and reactors. And here we can see that he's put a tech lab down, so he's probably going to be moving that barracks over to that tech lab. And we see he's got 4 banshees out now, and I'm actually going to be getting a spire because they're actually quite good against the banshees, because banshees can only attack ground, and mutas can attack air and ground, so they can do well against those guys. So I sent a speedling, or not a speedling, I sent I made an overseer, and I sent a changeling into his base, and I saw that he had a whole load of marines. And I have speedlings, and now I'm going to be getting banelings, and we can see that he's actually going to be coming marching in pretty soon, so it's a good thing I'm actually going to be getting those banelings are going to help a lot. So here he comes in, he's going to go for his first attack, but I'm going to fend it off pretty well, except for those banshees, which are going to be kind of annoying. There's quite a lot of them, so I probably should have put another spore color right here. That would have helped a lot more. And he's actually going to be getting some stem back right now. And my 4, oh, it's kind of slow. My 4 mutas are actually nicely taking out those banshees, because they can't really do much. But they actually ended up destroying my lair, which really is not going to help my game in this point. And he's actually going to try to kill off his queen, and he actually does. So it looks like he got his goal all done, but he did a lot of damage there, so I'm not sure exactly how this is going to go. And my two overlords, for some reason, are just going over there. Maybe they're going to go see what's going on. And over here we can see that he's actually going to be putting down a bunker, and there's going to be a reactor put on that barracks. So it looks like he's just going to be pumping out more of a lot of marines, and still I've had a really hard time with these mass marines. They're just so difficult when you get too many of them. So over here we can see that I've sent in some Mutalists to try to kill off some of his income, and I actually did pretty well. I'm actually still a little ahead on harvesters, which is great because I'm not necessarily always that great at keeping up. And we can see that I'm putting down a hatchery again. And over here on my expansion, I actually have some Zerglings just sitting around. I never actually set my rally point for that base, but maybe I will. And we can see that I'm now actually going to be getting a lair. And over here we can see that he's actually going to be getting Vikings. So those would be pretty good to fend off my mutas. So, and actually those poor overlords that actually crawled over there, but I guess they got to see that he had a pretty tiny army. So he hasn't expanded yet, he's just staying on this one base right now. But over on my side we can see that my hatchery is about to be done, and I just don't have that very much of a force, but neither really does he, so we'll see what happens. I'm gathering my force up in front of my base, and I'm actually going to be expanding my creep this round, and I hope this overlord doesn't die when he comes in. Oh, it looks like he might not actually come in, he's just going to be watching this, using that tower to see if I'm coming, but I'm not. So it looks like he's going to be coming in pretty soon, but he really, with this many marines, my banelings can destroy those pretty fast. I don't even have that many banelings, but I know those will do well on that. So over here we can see that my income is actually, we're about even right now, so we'll see what goes on in this game. I'm not really making anything. Well, neither of us are right at this point, but it'd probably be good if I was. Seeing, I have like 1,500 minerals, and I'm just pulling him forward to see if I could, you know, get him engaged in those spore crawlers with the Vikings, because that would be very beneficial towards me right now. And it seemed to work very well, but I'm actually too far ahead now, so I'd like to pull back with my mutas, and I do, and I've actually killed off all his marines. Looking at army size right now, his is actually, we're about even right now. He has more air, and I actually probably could have run in with some Zerglings right here and some banelings, and that actually would have done actually a quite good amount of damage. He doesn't have anybody in a bunker, and he's actually going to be expanding right now. So I probably should have ran in, but these reactors are probably going to be pumping out. Yeah, so I still think I could have taken it, but I didn't end up going in, so that sucks. Oh well. And we can see that I'm going to get a Hydralis den, because I saw that he did have those Vikings up. So Hydras are good against those. And we can see that when he killed my base, I threw all my drones from the top base down, and it was a little oversaturated there, so I'm going to send some drones back over here. And looking at income, I'm actually like almost 10 harvesters ahead right now, so I have a huge advantage right now. Looking at, he just has a whole load of Vikings, so if I ran in with Zerglings, it would have been a great idea. He doesn't have any minerals, he has a lot of gas, but no minerals right now. And he's actually going to be putting up an engineering bay and getting concussive shells. I'm not really sure what that does. Let me know what concussive shells does, or I'll just look it up later. But we can see that he's actually going to be moving those SCVs down over here to harvest, because it looks like, well, he could have really still harvested there. It's not that bad. But anyways, he sent them down here because I guess it looks a little nicer. And it looks like I have 7 Hydras on the way. So looking at army size right now, his is actually bigger, but considering that his is